Lucille Ball and Desi Arnaz. Names that evoke laughter, classic television, and the golden age of sitcoms. For millions, they were Lucy and Ricky Ricardo, but behind the scenes, their real story was far more complex. Their partnership redefined television, but their marriage was tested by fame, ambition, and personal struggles. Today, we reveal the untold truth of Hollywood's most iconic couple. The world saw the comedy, but not the fierce battles, insecurities, and risks they took together. They weren't just actors, they were innovators who built an empire in a skeptical 1950s Hollywood. Desi, the charismatic immigrant, Lucy, the determined actress. Together they soared and stumbled. Their journey was filled with ambition, passion, and a bond that endured even after divorce. To truly understand the couple, famously known as Ricky and Lucy Ricardo, we must look beyond the screen into the heart of their complicated marriage. This is their real story behind the laughter. Their paths first crossed amidst the bustling energy of a Hollywood movie set. It was 1940, during the production of the film Too Many Girls, a light-hearted musical comedy. Little did they know, this seemingly ordinary encounter would ignite a spark that would illuminate the entertainment world for decades to come. The connection was instant, an electric current that surged between them from the very first glance. It was a meeting of souls, a recognition that transcended the superficiality of Hollywood. Lucy, with her fiery red hair and undeniable charisma, was a glamorous contract player, a rising starlet navigating the complex studio system. Desi, a charismatic Cuban bandleader, exuded an irresistible charm and musical talent that captivated audiences wherever he went. He was a vibrant force of nature, bringing the rhythms of his homeland to the heart of American entertainment. Hollywood, however, met their burgeoning romance with skepticism. Desi's accent and Cuban heritage were regrettably viewed as potential liabilities in a predominantly Anglo-Saxon industry, and Lucy, despite her undeniable talent and beauty, hadn't yet landed that breakout role that would solidify her place among the Hollywood elite. She was still searching for the perfect vehicle to showcase her comedic genius. Their romance was a whirlwind, a passionate and impulsive affair that defied the expectations and norms of the time. Driven by their intense connection, they eloped just 6 months after their initial meeting, eager to begin their life together, despite the uncertainties that lay ahead. The early years of their marriage were a constant juggling act, a delicate balance between their personal lives and demanding careers. Lucy was often on set, filming, while Desi was frequently on tour, leading his orchestra across the country. These long separations placed a significant strain on their bond, testing the limits of their commitment. Rumors of infidelity swirled, and their legendary arguments echoed through the walls of their home, further testing the strength of their love. But beneath the surface of these challenges lay a deep well of ambition and a shared dream that kept them tethered together. They also faced the pervasive prejudice of the era. An all-American girl with a Cuban immigrant was an unconventional pairing, challenging the deeply ingrained social norms of the time. Lucy, fiercely loyal and deeply in love, stood by Desi, defending their union against the relentless skepticism and judgment of others. These trials and tribulations, rather than tearing them apart, forged a remarkable resilience and deepened their partnership, creating an unbreakable bond. They learned to rely on each other, supporting each other's dreams, and fighting tirelessly for their rightful place in the competitive landscape of Hollywood. These early challenges, the doubts and the struggles, ultimately set the stage for a creative gamble, a bold move that would not only redefine their careers, but also change the course of television history forever. Determined to find a way to work together, to bridge the geographical distance that kept them apart, they embarked on a quest to find a project that could simultaneously save their marriage and revitalize their careers. The odds were stacked against them, the path ahead fraught with obstacles and uncertainties, but their unwavering passion, their unbreakable unity, and their shared vision would soon propel them to make history, leaving an indelible mark on the world of entertainment. Their love story, with all its complexities and challenges, was about to become a television revolution, a groundbreaking phenomenon that would captivate audiences for generations to come. I Love Lucy was far more than just a television show. It wasn't simply a sitcom that made people laugh. It was a bold and audacious attempt by Lucille Ball and Desi Arnaz to not only save their marriage, but also secure their future together, both personally and professionally. When CBS expressed interest in bringing Lucy to television, they envisioned her as a solo star. However, the network executives balked at the idea of casting Desi Arnaz, her real-life husband, as her on-screen spouse. They doubted that American audiences, particularly in the conservative 1950s, would readily accept a Cuban-American man married to an all-American redhead. Undeterred by the network's reservations, Lucy and Desi took a significant gamble and formed their own production company, Desilu Productions. They risked their own money, pouring their savings into a vaudeville tour, determined to prove to CBS and to the nation that their on-screen chemistry was undeniable and captivating. The overwhelming success of the tour, with sold-out shows and rave reviews, ultimately forced CBS to relent and reconsider their initial stance. And with that, I Love Lucy was born, forever changing the landscape of television comedy. Beyond the on-screen antics, Desi Arnaz revolutionized the very process of television production. He made the pivotal decision to film the show in Hollywood rather than New York and pioneered the use of a 3-camera setup. Furthermore, Desi insisted on using high-quality film stock, a decision that would have profound implications for the future of television. This foresight paved the way for the concept of reruns and syndication, allowing I Love Lucy to be enjoyed by generations to come. Desilu's innovative techniques and practices quickly became industry standards, adopted by countless other productions. This success granted them unprecedented creative and financial control over their work, a rarity in the television industry at the time. Lucy, with her unparalleled talent for physical comedy and impeccable timing, was undoubtedly the comedic engine that drove the show. She was a meticulous performer, rehearsing every gag and perfecting every facial expression to ensure maximum comedic impact. Desi, in his role as producer, managed the business side of Desilu with remarkable precision and shrewdness. Their partnership, both on and off screen, was a dynamic blend of unbridled creativity and pragmatic business acumen. However, the relentless pressure of producing a weekly television show week after week began to take its toll. The demanding schedule, coupled with their already volatile and complex relationship, created a strain that was difficult to bear. This occurred even as their professional success reached unprecedented heights, solidifying their status as television icons. Together, Lucy and Desi undeniably changed the landscape of television forever, leaving an indelible mark on the entertainment industry. But this monumental achievement came at a significant personal cost, ultimately leading to the dissolution of their marriage. I Love Lucy's runaway success made them America's sweethearts and turned Desilu into a TV powerhouse. They bought RKO Studios, a symbol of their rise from outsiders to industry leaders. Yet, behind the scenes, their marriage was unraveling under the weight of fame and responsibility. Desi's studio pressures and personal demons, alcohol and infidelity, strained their bond. Lucy, despite her triumphs, longed for Desi's loyalty and attention. Their arguments were legendary, their connection both passionate and painful. Publicly, they played the perfect couple. Privately, they struggled to hold on. Their children and mutual respect kept them tethered, but the gap widened. The world adored Lucy and Ricky, but Lucille and Desi were drifting apart. Their greatest creation became both their legacy and their undoing. After 6 groundbreaking seasons, I Love Lucy ended, replaced by the Lucy-Desi Comedy Hour, a sign of growing personal rifts. The joy behind the scenes faded. Performances masked heartbreak. In 1960, Lucy filed for divorce, citing Desi's alcoholism and infidelities. Their final scene together was a tearful farewell to both their characters and their marriage. The public watched as their partnership dissolved, marking the end of an era. Lucy bought out Desi's share of Desilu, becoming the first woman to head a major studio. Desi stepped back from Hollywood, proud but distant from their shared empire. Lucy's leadership brought new hits, but Desi's absence was deeply felt. Their story was now one of bittersweet endings and new beginnings. After their divorce, Lucy and Desi forged new paths, forever shaped by their shared past. Lucy remarried, finding stability with Gary Morton, and continued her TV reign with The Lucy Show and Here's Lucy. Desi also remarried, seeking peace away from Hollywood's spotlight. Despite new lives, their connection endured. They shared children, memories, and mutual respect. Lucy was by Desi's side during his final illness, a testament to their lasting bond. Desi's memoir reflected deep love and regret, acknowledging Lucy's talent and their unique partnership. Their friendship outlasted their marriage, rooted in shared triumphs and trials. Lucy proved herself as a pioneering studio head. Desi found tranquility in retirement. Their individual journeys highlighted their strengths, but their legend remained inseparable. Even apart, Lucy and Desi's story was a reminder of love's endurance and the fragility of even the greatest partnerships. The legacy of Lucille Ball and Desi Arnaz is a multifaceted one, woven into the very fabric of television history. It's a story of innovation, comedic genius, and a deep, complex personal relationship. It reaches far beyond just the I Love Lucy reruns that continue to delight audiences today. It's about the impact they had on the entertainment industry as a whole. They were true pioneers, pushing boundaries and challenging conventions at every turn. Desi's production innovations, particularly his multi-camera setup and use of film, and Lucy's fearless comedy, her willingness to embrace physical humor and push the limits of what was considered acceptable for women on television, changed television forever, setting a new standard for sitcoms and influencing countless shows that followed. Desi's vision for filming and syndication, a revolutionary concept at the time, set industry standards. He understood the value of owning their content and controlling its distribution. Lucy proved women could lead, not just on screen, but behind the scenes as well, and define comedy on their own terms, paving the way for future generations of female comedians and executives. Their risks, casting Desi, building Desilu, broke barriers, challenged societal norms, and demonstrated the power of diversity in entertainment, and inspired generations of performers, writers, and producers to dream bigger and push the envelope. Lucy's influence on women in entertainment is immeasurable. She became a symbol of female empowerment and comedic brilliance. Desi's business acumen shaped the industry, proving that creativity and business savvy could go hand in hand. Their personal story, full of passion, turmoil, and heartache, a real-life drama that unfolded alongside their on-screen success, adds depth to their legend, reminding us that even the brightest stars face challenges and complexities. They brought laughter to millions but also redefined what was possible in Hollywood, opening doors for future generations of talent. Their intertwined destinies left an indelible mark on American culture, shaping our sense of humor and our understanding of family dynamics. Lucy and Desi were more than just a sitcom couple. They were visionaries whose impact endures, continuing to inspire and entertain audiences around the world. Thank you for joining us on this journey into their world. If you enjoyed this story, like, comment, and subscribe for more deep dives into entertainment history.